3, 2, 1. Bang.
Good afternoon, fans. We are live from the South Doyle High School Cherokees Clark Duncan Field here in South Knoxville. I've got John Waddell next to me. Rachel, of course, the princess, is here with us. She will. She don't have to keep up with Ella tonight. Thank the Lord. I know everybody's happy that you don't have to worry about that. Folks, before we get into talking too much football, we're going to let you all enjoy the national anthem that the South Doyle band's about to play. We got about 13 minutes before kickoff, and then as soon as the band's done playing, we'll be right back with you to bring you up to action on what's been going on with Anderson County and kind of give you a little bit of a playoff introduction, maybe to look forward to if everything falls the way that we're expecting it to. Folks, we'll be right back with you.
Good looking shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise as the South Doyle High School Junior ROTC presents the colors for tonight's game. Presenting the colors are Cadet Jemiah King, Cadet Dylan Stevens, Cadet Jacob Alvarez, and are led by Cadet Jonathan Alvarez. Please remain standing, and gentlemen, remove your caps as the South Doyle High School Choral Department sings our national anthem.
All right, folks, and we are back with you. John, I'm going to bring you in, and I know Jason's on his way up, and Jason and John will be bringing you all the ball game tonight. But, John, you sent out a text earlier this week to everybody about some updates on some injuries that were had happened. a big one with Izzy Smalls, of course. I'll let you bring everybody up to date on what's going on with Mr. Smalls.
Well, and last week we were worried about Izzy having a broke foot, and obviously he was in a walking boot last week. Updates on him is the foot's not broken, but he does have a broken toe. You know, you can play with a broken toe, and he is dressed out and looks like he's going to perform tonight, going to play a little bit. I don't know how much he's going to play. I'm sure the coaches want to keep him limited so he can heal for the playoffs. Next week begins the important time for Anderson County. Obviously, every game's important, but when we get into the playoffs, that's when it's all business, and you want your starters and your performers out on the field. Once again, we just keep getting those offers rolling in for scholarships for players, and right now, we're waiting to see what happens tonight, but we're definitely going to be hosting a playoff game next week in first round. The first few rounds will be at home as long as we win, and we're very excited about that. We get to have the Mavs fans in our stadium where we will allow horns.
Yeah, I know coming in we've seen no bags, so I'm assuming that the kind of checking for different things, air horns, all that fun stuff.
Oh, I am quite sure.
But, next week you mentioned going into the playoffs. As it sits right now, Anderson County looks like we're possibly going to be going up against Northview next week. And, of course, Anderson County will be favored in that. And then we've got, of course, we get into our big two games, right, John?
Absolutely.
Elizabethton and Greenville.
That's absolutely.
And those are usually going to be back-to-back games that we have.
The good news is they'll be in Anderson County.
That's true.
We'll have home field advantage on those, and when you're an Anderson County Maverick, home field advantage means something.
It means a lot. I've played for Anderson County, and there's just something about having everybody behind you cheering you on. The Mav faithful, of course. Rachel, if you don't care to pan over, that is the Anderson County Maverick side of the field, and as you can see, it's pretty well packed. You can see a few seats here and there, but it'll be packed out by kickoff time. We still got a little over 6. Yeah, there's some fans already migrating over to this home side. We appreciate South Doyle letting us in the press box. It's nice, but Mav faithful know that we do enjoy being with you. But sometimes y'all get a little rowdy and start shaking the stadium a little bit, and it shakes our cameras. So, it's just part of it. You were talking about scholarships, John, coming in. I'm always going to talk about Eli Dorton, of course. He's got several offers. But
absolutely,
this week we also seen we have a couple Mr. Football candidates on our team. I'll let you go over who that is,
Oh,
John.
well, definitely two worthy candidates on Anderson County's team. Obviously, our quarterback, Landon Hensley, has been nominated for Mr. Football, and I believe they're in the semifinal stage right now of that. And to go along with Landon, his battery mate back there of Waylon LaRue, who has had just an excellent year. I think that Mr. LaRue is underestimated in every aspect of his game. When we go up against other teams, I don't think they realize exactly how fast Waylon LaRue is until he runs through you.
All right, folks, there are your Anderson County Mavericks taking the field here at South Doyle High School. As y'all can see there on your screen, several Anderson County Mavericks take a knee before the game. Just kind of pray to, they're praying for safety for both teams, and that they can perform to the level that they've been brought to. Anyways, going back to Mr. Football, I believe Anderson County's only ever had one person win Mr. Football as the trivia question from last week. And that, of course, is now head coach of Grace Christian, Coach Justin Price. So, you compare Landon with Justin, there's a lot of similarities there. both kind of undersized. You know, Landon's a little bit on the shorter side. I was talking with his dad this week. Landon stands about an even 6 foot. If he had another 3 or 4 inches on him, he's looking at several D1 offers.
Oh, absolutely. But let's look back in many years ago, probably before a lot of our fans were around. But there was a shorter quarterback that actually starred for Boston College University, Doug Flutie. He went on to have a career in Canada, went on to have a career in the NFL. So I think size is greatly underestimated. We want these tall quarterbacks. We want to put people in a cookie cutter box. But I think talent, skills, and just the intelligence that you bring on the field is much more important than the size of the stature of the person. And I think that Landon greatly exceeds his height.
I can understand that. But, you know, when I played at Carson Newman, we had a quarterback. He was probably 5'11" and probably 200 pounds soaking wet. But if you got him outside of the pocket, gave him a crease, he was gone. And he could chuck the ball 60, 75 yards like it was nothing, which Landon has that kind of arm talent. It's just getting it, his offensive line giving him time to get the ball launched, which Anderson County's offensive line, of course, has been very solid.
Absolutely.
This season. Our captains for the night are number 30. That is going to be Stephen Powers. Number 48. That is going to be Logan Crumpley. And I will get number 13, Bennett Campbell. And I can't see the other two. I got 48. Number 9, Jace Horton. Appreciate it. Getting help from everywhere in the booth tonight, which is perfect.
South Doyle will receive the kickoff.
South Doyle receiving.
And after the second half showing that our defense had last year, I'm excited to get them back on last week, not last year, but last week. I'm excited to get them back on the field to see if they can continue that momentum that they had in the third quarter against Gibbs last week. The defense absolutely had a phenomenal third quarter, which put the game out of reach.
It did. It was that third quarter last week was impressive. That's the Anderson County team that needs to show up all the time, not just, when they need to turn it on. And while we're at it, folks, I'm going to give a shout out to one of the South Doyle coaches. He actually played football with me at Anderson County. His name is Josh Wilson. He was a big wide receiver for us. And Josh, I know that you watch these, and just want to let you know that we appreciate all you did for Anderson County while you were there. And we're grateful for you, and we appreciate what you're doing now with South Doyle and helping them. That means a lot, and you're representing Anderson County well.
You've got Reynolds and Rice deep for South Doyle.
Anderson County, of course, with Payne set to kick the ball off. And I don't believe Payne has missed a PAT all season except for the one that Rachel cursed. And has he missed 2? Did Rachel speak on both of them? Okay, so
she is restricted from commenting about he never misses.
Yes, so Rachel's not allowed to talk. Mr. and Mrs. Payne, if you're watching, we're sorry. We'll put Rachel on blast, but your son is perfect without her saying something, so.
And if I had my bets, this one's going to start it at 20 because he's going to put this in the end zone.
And, earlier in the season, he wasn't kicking it that deep. But now it seems like Coach Terry, who is the special teams coach, has just kind of said, all right, Mr. Payne, your leg's free. Kick wherever you want to, basically.
Well, there goes a squib.
And he muffed it. 11 and 16 for Anderson County. That's going to be Zach Hapney and Ethan Dorton.
Zach Hapney and Ethan Dorton. At about the 15-yard line, just a Clinton side of the 15.
You know, it was a good kick. It bounced, and he just wasn't able to handle it. Folks, there's 11:49 to go in the first quarter. Of course, your score is 0-0 there, as you can see on your screen. South Doyle is on the field. Running a dual set, it looks like. Single back in the backfield. The South Doyle offensive line looks very small. They run a quick pass. Brought down by 51 for Anderson County.
That's Jeremy Hall.
Jeremy Hall. Big Jeremy Hall right there on the stop. Came out of nowhere. And the DB right there, Evan Pike, came up, made a play on it, and it ended up being Mr. Hall that came in and finished cleaning up the tackle right there. Drop back to pass. Oh, that ball could have been picked, but instead you got a big hit by Cody Miller, who, by the way, John, got a new tooth.
Yes, yes. And did y'all see that the missing tooth was his dad's cover page on his Facebook, photo on his Facebook?
My favorite picture I seen was Mr. Davis standing next to Heather Davis, or Mr. Miller, Cody, standing next to Heather Davis, and both of them had teeth missing. It was perfect. It was amazing.
There was one I saw of Cody standing next to one of the guys from Dumb and Dumber, you know.
Oh, third down, big play up the middle.
Inside screen.
That's going to
just a little short of the first down.
19. That's going to be Trent Strickland on the tackle.
That was really a well set up inside screen by South Doyle.
It was very well designed. Surely they're not going for it right here.
They are.
South Doyle going for it on fourth and very short. Good discipline right there by Taylor Davis. Good job, defense. Folks, with that intermission right here for that timeout, we're going to send it to a brief commercial break, and we'll be right back with you.
Welcome to Sequoia Marina on beautiful Norris Lake, where your ultimate lake experience begins. Secure your boat in our top-notch covered and uncovered wet slips. Need supplies? Our ship store has everything for your day on the water. No boat? No problem. Rent one of ours and cruise the coves. Stay powered up at our convenient fuel docks. And after a day of fun, relax at our seasonal restaurant offering delicious meals with a lakeside view. Sequoia Marina on Norris Lake. Your adventure starts here.
All right, so South Doyle has second thought themselves and now is backed up into kicking position.
36.
There's the ball. Decent punt. I don't know if it's going to give
South Doyle bounce.
It's a really good punt. That was a good punt. Punt of about 60 yards. Nah, about 50.
35-yard punt and a 15-yard roll.
Yeah, I'd give him 50-yard punt on that.
But
one.
that was a good punt for him. It backs Anderson County up to just outside their own 20-yard line. Starting first and 10. 10 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
John, we were talking about it before the game. Izzy Smalls is on the near side of the field here, so that's good to see him back out there. Of course, we got Hensley in the backfield, going to be flanked by Mr. LaRue.
Quick pass.
Oh! Threw it just behind Trent right there. That's one of those where you want to lead Trent and give him field right there, John. And it just seemed like Landon just put it on his rear hip and couldn't get it.
Well, he put it on his rear hip, but the South Doyle player made a great timing move right there and just stepped right there and got in on it and was.
Screen pass out to Strickland, picked up by his shoelaces. Makes a man miss and gets up enough for a first down, Anderson County. It's a good gain of 10 by Trent right there.
Trent Strickland.
All right, first down and 10. It's the first handoff to LaRue off the near side of the field. He's got a hole. Izzy out there with a perfect block. He's got all kinds of room.
Don't touch him, Izzy.
Cut it back. Good run. LaRue gets out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Good run of about, I don't know, 35 to the
54-yard run.
54-yard run. That's a good run.
First and 10 on the 16-yard line with 9 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Hensley brings a man in motion. Another handoff to LaRue right up the middle. That offensive line seems to be getting a good push. Of course, offensive line is going to be centered by big number 57, Ty Murphy. And there's not a more passionate player on Anderson County, I do not believe, than Ty Murphy.
No, definitely. It's definitely neck and neck with him and Taylor Davis for passion and emotion. And
another handoff to LaRue off the near side of the field.
Down to about the 3-yard line.
Marked him out at the 5, didn't they? Nope, at the 3. It's going to be enough for a first down. It's going to be a Lowe's Toes first down, as you can see there on the screen, folks. If you ever break down, need any kind of trouble, make sure you give the folks at Lowe's Toes a call, and they'll come and get you taken care of. Hand off to LaRue right up the middle.
Touchdown.
He's in. Give him 6. Waylon LaRue with the touchdown. All right, folks, that is me. That is it for me. Daniel is out. I'm going to give it to Jason, and he will take over for me for the rest of the game.
So that offensive play, you got to see 2 passes, 3 rushes, and an Anderson County touchdown. Line up for the extra point. The kick is up, and it's good. Brings the score to Anderson County 7, South Doyle nothing, with 8 minutes and 46 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Diesel Works, located at 107 Little Senator Circle in Clinton, is East Tennessee's premier diesel shop. Tom and Patty Bodette have over 30 years' experience specializing in automotive and diesel repairs. From routine maintenance to high-end performance builds or flatbed sales, Diesel Works has you covered. Give the Power Stroke Specialist a call today. 865-498-8904.
All right, we're back as Anderson County gets ready to line up for the kickoff after that impressive touchdown drive. Daniel has stepped away. He's going to be our spotter for the rest of the game, and Jason has stepped in beside me. Jason, how you doing this week?
Doing great. Ready for some football.
Absolutely. He said Anderson County is going to score 50 tonight.
Maybe more.
At the rate we're going, it's going to be a shootout.
JV after the half.
And that'll be a touchback. South Doyle will begin on their own 20-yard line. It's almost like he tried that squib kick the first time.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see from the defense exactly what we saw last time. You know, just the 3-and-out defense. And obviously, I don't see South Doyle going for a lot of 4th downs in their own side of the end.
No, they
field.
They didn't show too much with that.
South Doyle comes out with a 6-man set.
Defense there to wrap them up.
Taylor Davis in there. Jeremy Hall was in there. And looks like Cody Miller was in there. There may have been a couple more, but I know at least those 3 came off the pile.
Yeah.
Loss of 3 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 13 from the 17-yard line of South Doyle. Just inside the 17. It's a long 13. Well played and made him cut back. Looks like he might have gained a yard on the play.
Trent Strickland in on that on the blitz.
Yeah, Trent got in the backfield good and made him cut back inside where the rest of his guys could bring him down. We're going to call it a gain of about 1.5 inches on the play.
That's pretty adequate.
Accurate. Brings up third down and 13 and 1 inch.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Got him in the backfield.
Oh, the Energizer Rabbit got into the backfield and got him one.
He did.
He's excited about that. Looks like he brought him down right around the 5.5, 6 yard line.
6 yard line.
4th and a mile.
So it's going to bring up 4th down and 24 yards. I'm going to look into my crystal ball and bet that South Doyle is going to punt this ball.
And I bet we're going to pin our ears and come after it.
Punter's number 36.
Close. Fair catch by Trent Strickland. He's on the 38-yard line.
So Anderson County will take over on South Doyle's 38-yard line, 1st and 10. You know, they might just go ahead and come on out here and hit it one play and go on this one.
That sounds like a plan.
My son skipped trick-or-treating to see how many touchdowns Waylon LaRue got.
Well, he's got 1 so far. Rachel's son skipped going trick-or-treating tonight with all of his friends so he could come and see how many touchdowns number 2 Waylon LaRue could score.
Shoot, give Blaine some shout-out.
Yeah. We need to bring him in here for an interview.
There you go. Trent's open. Trent's open.
There he goes.
Get out there.
There. Oh! Just over his fingertips.
I mean, Jason, he had him right there. I mean, he just I think Landon got just a little bit excited.
A little
Landon
excited.
Just a little bit too much.
Put a little too much air on it.
I think Trent might have been shocked he was that open, too.
Yeah. Because it was just him and the end zone by themselves.
I know we were excited telling Landon he was open up here in the booth. Evan Pyatt.
Oh, throw that flag. Stung him down. Oh, well. Is he all right?
Yeah, he's back out on the field after a hard hit. He's going to go off to the sidelines, but he's running, so he looks like he's okay. Anderson County's got the ball on the 31-yard line. It's going to be about 3rd down and
Long
about 3.
3rd and 3. There he goes. He makes a cut.
He's gone.
He's
Touchdown
gone to the
number
house.
2.
No flags.
There's that little shifty move he makes. He finds a hole and hits it, and he's gone.
You know, exactly. And, I mean, I know we've beat that horse till he's dead. Every week we talk about his shiftiness, his elusiveness. But just right there, he was wrapped up. There were 2 or 3 guys right there on him. He did a little shake and bake, and next thing you know, he's in the backfield with nobody
Yeah, he just makes
to touch him.
Makes one little gap cut, and he's gone.
The kick's up, and it's good. Well, boys and girls, that brings Anderson County to 14, South Doyle 0 with 5 minutes and 54 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hensley Tire and Service are proud supporters of the Anderson County Mavericks. They are located at 304 East Beach Street in La Follette. Hensley's offers services that include oil changes, brake services, tire services, including cars, trucks, ATVs, tractors, and equipment. They also offer alignment services, new wheel and tire packages, as well as lift kits. You can also visit Hensley's for all your AC and computer repairs or diagnostics, as well as any engine or transmission diagnostics, repairs, or replacements. Call Hensley's for all your automotive needs today. 423-563-TIRE.
Well, we are about 6 minutes into this game today, and Anderson County's already scored 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns, by the way, by Waylon LaRue. Rachel's son is ecstatic right now that he has scored 2 touchdowns. Jason, I mean, anything abnormal that you didn't expect to happen so far this game?
Not a thing.
He fielded about the 1 or 2 yard line. He's going to bring that one back. Nice little return by the South Doyle player. Looks like he got up to about
Lane LaRue on the tackle. Little brother on the tackle.
So South Doyle's going to take over about the, 28 3/4 yard line here. First down and 10 with 5 minutes and 46 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
I have to say, John, I like the measurements.
You know, it's just what I do. Just add a little bit. You know, last week we had a comment by one of our fans watching on whether it was YouTube or Facebook that apparently they've taken fans and let them announce games. I'm like, yes, we are fans.
That's right. Big fans.
There you go. What a great
he's
play
wrapped up in the backfield.
I'm not sure who made the initial contact. Looks,
Taylor Davis, Luke Carroll.
Cody Miller made the original contact. Luke Carroll and Cody Davis came in to finish it up for him. Great play by the Anderson County defense. But, you know, one of the things I said is absolutely we are fans. I mean, Daniel, a graduate, and Rachel, a graduate of Anderson County High School. You're
I've got 2 kids out there.
You got 2 kids that play on the team, and me, I mean, I'm related to the coaching
Your
staff
family.
on this team, yeah. And I'm a fan of sports and football, but yeah, we get excited, and we do. I hope everybody enjoys that excitement and lives it through us. Deep pass, well underthrown. Good no flag call on Evan Pyatt there.
Yeah.
And one thing about it, I was looking earlier and mentioned that this offense for South Doyle has a sophomore quarterback. They've got 5 other sophomores starting on their offense.
Very young.
And 1 freshman.
Very young.
You've got 7 of the 11 are freshmen and sophomores. They've got 1 senior. That's the center in the starting lineup. So they've got a very young team, and obviously that'll be tested against this very experienced defense of Anderson County tonight. LaRue forced him out about the 36, just a little bit outside the 36-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th down and 3 with 4 minutes and 49 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Looks like the offense is staying on the field.
Well, this is one of those areas of the field, anywhere from the 35 to the 35, that you're gonna think about going for it, especially down 14 points. What do you have to lose?
Yeah, they're going to try probably some hard counts to try to get us offsides.
Absolutely. Well, they're going to have to hurry because they've only got 9 seconds to do hard counts.
Yeah.
By the time they line up, they've got 5, so they're going to hike the ball or call a timeout.
Call a timeout. Timeout, South Doyle.
So in the first 7 minutes and 11 seconds of the first quarter, South Doyle has already burned 2 of their timeouts. And, I mean, you know that might not be important down 14-0 if they can't put any points on the board and they can't stop Anderson County. But if they sustain some drives and as they get further into the half, that could be very important to not have those timeouts in your pocket.
Right.
And the way the Anderson County defense is going right now, I'm not sure that on 4th and 3, they're going to be able to pick up enough to really
get that
make
first
a difference.
down.
I mean,
yeah.
that one little screen pass right there is the only thing of any substance that they've been able to pick up. Here comes their punter.
Little change of heart.
Yes, sir. Mr. Strickland's deep for Anderson County. Like to see him turn one in right now.
That'd be sweet. Good fair catch on about the 20. Well, they did flip the field on us a little bit. Yeah, that's a very good punt by South Doyle.
Absolutely. I still just don't understand. Twice they have come up to the line, looked like they might run a play, try for a 4th down play, then called a timeout to bring the punter on. I mean, it's just, I don't know, bad clock management in my opinion. But just I don't know wasting the timeouts like that.
Right.
Going for a deep one. He's got
it
open.
easy. He's open. Caught
Looks
it.
like he came down about the 41-yard line. Nope, 39.
We're on the 39. Great pass and catch.
Izzy Smalls making himself shown that he's back in this lineup and reasonably healthy, and that's a good thing. We want that for obviously working forward to the playoffs.
Touchdown, Wolfenbarger.
And the Wolfman has struck again.
And, you know, on that play and the previous pass also, that O-line blocking, Landon's got all day to throw the ball.
Oh, he did. He was having a sandwich, something to drink, having a sandwich, and still South Doyle was not in that backfield. The offensive line has done a great job so far this game. Obviously, we're only just a little less than 8 minutes into the game, but South Doyle has not been able to muster anything of a pass rush on them. Those guys are really, really doing a great job tonight.
The kick is up and good.
So, with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Anderson County up 21-0 over South Doyle. And we're going to shoot to a commercial break real quick, and we'll be right back after this message.
Diesel Works, located at 107 Little Senator Circle in Clinton, is East Tennessee's premier diesel shop. Tom and Patty Bodette have over 30 years' experience specializing in automotive and diesel repairs. From routine maintenance to high-end performance builds or flatbed sales, Diesel Works has you covered. Give the Power Stroke Specialist a call today. 865-498-8904. Hensley Tire and Service are proud supporters of the Anderson County Mavericks. They are located at 304 East Beach Street in La Follette. Hensley's offers services that include oil changes, brake services, tire services, including cars, trucks, ATVs, tractors, and equipment. They also offer alignment services, new wheel and tire packages, as well as lift kits. You can also visit Hensley's for all your AC and computer repairs or diagnostics, as well as any engine or transmission diagnostics.
All right, welcome back, Mav fans. With 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Anderson County lines up to kick off once again. At this rate, the kicker is going to need to be iced down by halftime.
He's going to have a good rub down, some ice. At least he's staying stretched out, though.
Absolutely. It is a beautiful night here in South Doyle. It was a little warm today, but it has cooled down and it is a beautiful football weather.
Kick into the end zone.
In the end zone for a touchback. South Doyle will take over on their favorite place, the 20-yard line.
Very much.
52 football players.
I forgot I referred to numbers with you. All right, so South Doyle prepares to take over on the kickoff at the 20-yard line, which has been a familiar place for them, right around the 20-yard line every time they take over the ball. Pitch back in the backfield, and he's met at the original line of scrimmage, drove back a couple of
Number
yards.
15.
Let's see where they mark that one.
Cody Miller.
Cody Miller, they're going to mark that right at the 20, so no gain. It'll bring up second down and 10. Luke Carroll.
Luke Carroll made the hit, 15 finish.
Luke Carroll with the initial contact, and Cody Miller finished him off. You don't have a whole lot of solo tackles with this team. I mean,
no,
because once someone hits, the other people are right there on them.
Looks like the whole defensive line got on that one.
Looks like he got hit about the 21 and a half and drove back to about the 9.
Jeremy Hall, Luke Carroll, and Cody Miller.
Ball's at the 22.
Eli's playing defense.
22, 3 of them now.
So it's going to bring up third down and 8. 3 minutes and 2 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Clock continues to run, now under 3 minutes. 10 seconds left to go on the play clock. South Doyle comes up to the line. They're in no hurry with 3. They just barely got it off.
Nowhere to go on the screen pass.
About a yard loss on that screen pass. Look kind of like the inside screen that they threw earlier in the game that worked with them.
19 and 59.
Strickland on the tackle.
Number 19, Trent Strickland on the tackle.
Clock is 2:24. Come on, Strickland. Let's see you return a punt.
So this time they're going to come up with the regular punting unit instead of lining up again. Trent Strickland deep for the Mavericks.
Another long punt.
This punter is getting his money's worth. He actually is putting good leg into the ball every time.
Getting good hang time and everything with the ball.
And he's really punting the ball where no one can catch it, and it's getting another 10, 15 yards of rolls.
Right.
That's a good.
He's getting really good bounce out of his punts.
Absolutely. So Anderson County's going to start with just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be first and 10. 1 minute and 53 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Let's see if we can close out with another touchdown in this quarter.
Oh, fake the pitch.
Got the Wolfman open.
Throws it to Izzy at the 50. He's at the 40. Down the sideline to about the 22, 23-yard line. He's pushed out of bounds.
About the 19.
19.
We had Izzy open in the flat over here, but the Wolfman was
open
wide
deep.
Open. Landon's picking up some great yards through the air tonight. Wayland's open. Touchdown number 3 for Mr. Waylon LaRue.
He's on a roll.
I said that clock would be running the second half. Get that second half so you
2 plays and 65 yards.
you need some beauty rest. Says you gotta get up 5 o'clock. That's a rough shift.
Offsides on South Doyle.
That is, I believe, the first penalty of the game. And we're a minute and 35 seconds left to go in the first quarter. I'm going to have my stat guys check on that, but that might be an Anderson County record for the. They're all shaking their heads. Yes, it is a record. I mean, we have not seen a flagless quarter in so long.
Normally it's 10 or 15.
If the West officials have anything to do it, it's about 27.
Yeah.
Have they got any first downs?
No.
They got one, didn't they?
No.
No first downs. What's the stats? Total yardage.
And it's good. So that brings the score to 28-0. Anderson County on top with 1 minute and 35 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And we're going to cut to a commercial break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
We have 162 yards in offense, and they got 16.
Welcome to Sequoia Marina on beautiful Norris Lake, where your ultimate lake experience begins. Secure your boat in our top-notch covered and uncovered wet slips. Need supplies? Our ship store has everything for your day on the water. No boat? No problem. Rent one of ours and cruise the coves. Stay powered up at our convenient fuel docks. And after a day of fun, relax at our seasonal restaurant offering delicious meals with a lakeside view. Sequoia Marina on Norris Lake. Your adventure starts here.
All right, Mav fans, we're back with you with 1 minute and 35 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and it has been all Mavs all the time as they get ready to kick off for the fourth time in this first quarter. The way his leg's going and the way it's loosened up, I'd go ahead and call this one a touchback unless he kicks it wrong.
Yeah. Could be right in the back of the end zone.
It keeps getting a little deeper every time his leg's getting loosened. It still comes out to the 20. Little short on that one.
About the 3.
Number 7 takes it on the 2-yard line. He brings it up to about the
18.
Landon Burnett.
Got
48.
That's Logan Crumpley. Looks like he might have got stepped on or something, but didn't look like it was anything too severe. He ran off under his own power. All right, so South Doyle will take over at about the 27 7/8 yard line.
Great yard marking. Great yard marking.
It's just what we do. We strive for perfection.
Hit and wrapped up by number 30.
Mr. Powers.
Powers.
Looks like they're running down the ball about the 27-yard line. It'll be second down and a long 10 yards, or a short 11, whichever one you want to look at it. Just under a minute to go in the first quarter.
Good wrap up and hold till everybody else can get there by Gabe St. John. Then you got Cody Miller and Evan Pike.
Looks like he gained about 5 yards on the play. It'll bring up third down and 6. We'll have one more play in the first quarter. They're going to have to snap it one more time.
Good defensive play.
It's going to bring Gabe St. John in on the tackle. It looks like it's going to bring up fourth down and a long 2 yards. And that'll be the end of the first quarter with Anderson County in a controlling and commanding lead of 28-0 over South Doyle. We're going to break for a commercial break, and we'll be back with you in just a moment.
We would like to take a moment to thank all of our amazing sponsors. Maverick Media would not be able to bring you this live stream without their help. Community Trust Bank, the official bank of Maverick Media. Ultimate Tool and Die, Anderson County's #1 machine shop and #1 supporter. H&H Contractors, visit them for all of your construction needs. Buddy's Barbecue, an original East Tennessee business with 19 locations to serve you. Lowe's Tows, a full-service 24/7 record company located in Clinton. Hensley Tire and Service, located in La Follette. See them for all of your automotive needs. Norris Lake Movers, make moving less stressful.
All right, we're back, man, fans. So the 4th down and 2 as South Doyle lines up to make a 4th down play.
Incomplete.
Great play by the Wolfman out on the edge. Anderson County will take over on downs. 1st down and 10 at about the 36-yard line.
You know, John, I think the coach is wishing he would have punted.
Well, there's one thing for sure. Giving Anderson County the long field hasn't worked so far yet. So might as well give them a short field and see if that helps any.
We going one play here to score?
Absolutely. I'm all for it.
Easy at the top, Wolfman at the bottom. Pass to Wolfman. He's gone. There it is. One play. Called it. Touchdown, number 5, Wolfenbarger.
6 seconds into the second quarter, ladies and gentlemen, the Wolfman has struck again with a 36-yard touchdown reception from Landon Hensley. With some
JV a half.
Anderson County lines up for the extra point. The snap, the kick is up.
Good.
And it's good. Ladies and gentlemen, with 6 seconds gone in the second quarter, Anderson County adds to a commanding lead. It is now 35-0, Anderson County. We'll be right back after these messages.
Diesel Works, located at 107 Little Senator Circle in Clinton, is East Tennessee's premier diesel shop. Tom and Patty Bodette have over 30 years' experience specializing in automotive and diesel repairs. From routine maintenance to high-end performance builds or flatbed sales, Diesel Works has you covered. Give the Power Stroke Specialist a call today. 865-498-8904.
All right, man, fans, we're back with you with 11 minutes and 54 seconds left to go. And it looks like South Doyle is going to implement a 4-man backfield to return the ball. All right, some of them are stepping forward now, so we'll just be the 2-man
Hopefully this one will just go right in the end zone.
Hey, there's a dead zone right there about the 40, 35-yard line.
Be a
nice
good pooch kick. Uh-oh.
Live ball,
live ball.
All right, so Anderson County's kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. That means South Doyle will bring the ball out to the 20-yard line. Some football updates from around the area and of concern. Farragut leads Maryville now 21-0 with 6 minutes and 43 seconds left to go in the second half. Gibbs is beating Fulton 14-6. And let's see, Carter is beating Seymour 21-0. I believe the winner of that game goes on to the playoffs.
Quarterback number 18, running back number 20. And the fake.
Quarterback still got the ball. Tackle by Izzy Small.
Nice wrap up and drive by Izzy, getting him out of bounds there. About a 3-yard pickup. Bring up second down and about 7. Playoff interest for Anderson County for next week. Northview Academy is beating Sullivan East 21-0.
Second down and 6. Hand off to number 20.
He's got a little bit of a hole. He's hit hard by number 4, Izzy Small. And
Ladies
number
and gentlemen,
14, Evan Pyatt.
That will be South Doyle's first down of the game. And we are in a running clock.
That'll make it be quick. Flag on the
Holding
play.
in the backfield. The flag's going to be on South Doyle. It's going to back them up a little bit there.
Holding.
Holding in the backfield. Hold happened about the 32-yard line or so. It's going to back them up to about the 36, 37, 27. I'm looking at the 30 and saying that. Second down and 19 from the 27-yard line.
Great pursuit by the back over there.
The completion was made up to about the 26-yard line. Lost a yard on the play. It's going to bring up third down and 20 from the 25-yard line. The tackle was made by Gabe St. John. Mr. St. John's had a couple big tackles on the night so far.
He has. Coming off a great game last week and bringing it right into this one.
He really did have a great game last week. It was good to see. He stepped up with that opportunity for more playing time.
He did.
He really earned himself some more playing time out there. Second down and 21 from the 25-yard line.
Overthrown.
So that'll make it third down and 21 from the 25 with 9 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the second quarter. So what kind of a play do you think South Doyle has in their pocket for a third and 21?
Hopefully not nothing negative.
I'm hoping they have negative play.
There he comes. Got him. Mr. Taylor Davis.
That looked like the Energizer Bunny winded up and brought it hard for
He
him.
did.
I believe that's his second sack of the night.
Yeah, he said hello, trick or treat.
Trick or treat, give me something good to eat. He's feasting on quarterbacks tonight.
He is.
Fourth down and a little over Knoxville. 27? Fourth down and Officially 4th down and 26 from the 19-yard line. Good decision to punt this time. Oh, and we're going to get a flag. That's a running into the kicker, not a roughing the kicker. It shouldn't be. It's just a 5-yard.
Still 4th down.
Yeah.
They don't give them 1st down.
No.
Even if it is 15 yards.
That's the difference in running into and a roughing. Roughing would have been.
15. 4th down right there. It's not a 1st down.
Yep. Automatic 1st down. They called it roughing, not running into. I don't agree with that call. It was just a running into the kicker.
Yeah, he just ran into him.
He didn't knock him down. It didn't. There wasn't any.
It wasn't
aggression
nothing.
to it.
Wasn't nothing blatant to it.
Right, exactly. Which is usually where you get the roughing from. But anyway, South Doyle picks up their 2nd 1st down of the game and is barely going to get the play off.
And he might have gained 1.5. Gained 1.75 yards, John.
Yeah, exactly. I see where you went there. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 1/4, according to Jason. I tell you what, he didn't get credited with a sack on that one, but he did get credited with a knockdown, made him throw it out of bounds, and the quarterback is down. But he's back up.
Real slow to get up.
Oh, yes. He's feeling it. But I'm going to tell you, when Taylor Davis unloads on you, you feel it.
Oh. It stays with you for a few days.
I don't know where you're going there. Oh. All right, so it's going to be 3rd down and 9 from the 35-yard line. Or 8 3/4.
Just pick it off.
Yep.
Offensive
false start.
Motion on offense.
That's going to back them up 5 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 14 from the 30-yard line. One of the things that's working against Anderson County's special teams is they're itching for a punt block.
They are.
And they're coming at them hard.
They are. They're pinning their ears back and coming.
Absolutely.
Tip. Caught. Uh-oh. Tackle by number 14, Evan Pite. Great concentration by number 3 for South Doyle.
Trey Lane on the catch for South Doyle. Right. The player does.
Yeah, just like basketball, he gets an
Unfortunately, there is
assist.
no assist in football, but I mean, you know what he does get is a way to keep the ball alive. Yeah, this is a different quarterback in the game. Jeremiah Smith is in at quarterback. So another sophomore for South Doyle. Looks like he's almost going to
Taylor Davis led the attack on that run.
Looks like Jeremiah Smith's going to run more of a wildcat.
He looks like he is. A little more versatile quarterback. Something we got to contain.
He's listed as a wide receiver and defensive back.
I think that ball might have been batted a little bit by.
Well, it was either batted or he said, "Oh no,
Yeah.
Mr. Strickland is."
Strickland
coming
was
at
all
me.
over him.
The train is coming. Let me get off the tracks. But anyhow, that was an incomplete pass. It brings up 3rd down and 11 from Anderson County's 42-yard line. But this is the deepest drive we've seen with South Doyle here.
Yeah.
And this is definitely when you get into 4-down territory.
Right.
I don't have an issue with them taking a play here.
3rd down and 11.
The quarterback's back in the game.
He's
That's
being
a hold.
held.
That's a hold.
Oh, what a hold. No call. Wow.
Looked like Logan Crumpley was horse-collared and thrown to the ground and then sat on and rode.
Yeah. Yeah, poor guy. He just got beat to death right there and no call whatsoever. Right in front of one official also. Of course, you know, they are, it is Halloween and they could be dressed up on the field.
So that'll bring up 1st and 10 on the 28-yard line of Anderson County.
Oh, he snapped it. Snapped it. He's brought down. We couldn't hold him down.
Stephen Powers had him in the backfield, but just could not quite hold on to him.
Could not.
And kudos to the South Doyle running back for not stopping, keeping
Yeah.
those legs turning, and
He just kept going.
he's inside the 10-yard line.
8 yard.
1st and 10 at the 8-yard line with just under 5 minutes left to go in the 2nd quarter.
Hand off to number 20.
He's tripped up.
I honestly did not see an Anderson County Mav tackle him. I thought he tripped over his own feet and went down.
Was that 2 or 3?
2.
2 yard line.
And the South Doyle runner is down on the ground, so we're going to cut away real quick for a quick commercial break.
Anthony is using Community Trust Bank's mobile banking with Zelle to pay for today's lawn service, his share of the big lunch meeting, and the graduation gift he was supposed to send to his niece yesterday. And that means Anthony is on time for the big game, where the future Hall of Famer hits his first home run.
Zelle at Community Trust Bank. Fast, easy, and secure. Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust.
All right, we're back, and the player was up and ran off the field under his own power.
Nowhere to
Great play in
go.
the backfield.
May have
by
lost a yard.
Swarm of Mavericks. And now we've got somebody getting up slowly.
Number 1. Reese Russell.
On the 5 yard line.
Looks like it's going to be 3rd down and goal for the Keys from about the 4 5/16 yard line. I figure we've gone this far with the measurements. We
Might as well
just
keep it going.
You know? Incomplete pass. I thought he caught that one at first.
I did too.
4th down and 5 from the 5 yard line. 4th and goal, and obviously this is a opportunity for you to go ahead and just go for it.
We'll have a 95-yard run for a touchdown.
Here they come. Pass is incomplete. So Anderson County takes over on their own 5-yard line.
Absolutely. We got to see great defense right there. You got to see a wall be built and just not allow South Doyle anything, when really we thought South Doyle was going to be able to score on that.
Right. Then you got the defender playing against the receiver, trying not to get a hold penalty or any kind of interference while the quarterback's rolling.
And of course, we got the statisticians in our booth with us tonight, and they're sitting there. They're hey, we're going to stop them. We're going to make a 95-yard run on one play. So they're getting into the game with us along with it. So here we go.
We got little side bets up here going on how many plays to score. What a throw! Good catch by number 19 Strickland. He's up to about the 38-yard line.
He almost pulled off that stiff arm, didn't he?
He just about did.
He's going to take it out to about the 38-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Anderson County Mavericks. And, with a 35-point lead, you really don't say, hey, a touchdown would just mean so much going into halftime as we get the ball back in the second half. But
this opens up the playbook to see what we can do when we need to do it.
Well, it also might be the last time we see these starters in the game in the regular season.
Right.
So you'd like to see them leave with something. Oh, man.
What a knockdown by Waylon LaRue.
On the 48. Yeah, on the 48.
44.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Dead on 44.
Yeah, dead on 44. That's the 44 and 0. He's going to air it out.
He's got him. Oh! Good coverage by South Doyle.
It's something we don't call very often. The pass was intended for Stephen Powers.
Right. Third and 4. Oh. He looked like he was way offsides on that. LaRue up the middle. He's broke it.
They ain't gonna catch
He's
it.
gone.
He's gone. That would be
Touchdown.
number 4.
Anderson
for Waylon
County.
LaRue.
He hit the hole, John, and was just gone.
Well, I mean, we've got a cheering section over next to us keeping stats, and as soon as he hit that hole and got into the backfield, they said he gone.
He gone.
And he was. I mean, we've said it many times that speed just kills.
Well, he hits that open seam, and once he makes a cut and a move, it's to the house.
The happiest people in tonight's game, other than the fans of Anderson County, the players, are the advertisers of Maverick Media Productions, as they're getting plenty of playtime.
Plenty of playtime tonight.
It's up, and
good.
It's no good.
No, he missed it.
We're going to go ahead and blame that one on Rachel. It's all Rachel all the time. All right, so his legs tired.
His legs probably wore out.
With 2 minutes and 47 seconds left to go in the first half, it's Anderson County 41, South Doyle nothing. We'll be right back after these messages.
Welcome to Sequoia Marina on beautiful Norris Lake, where your ultimate lake experience begins. Secure your boat in our top-notch covered and uncovered wet slips. Need supplies? Our ship store has everything for your day on the water. No boat? No problem. Rent one of ours and cruise the coves. Stay powered up at our convenient fuel docks. And after a day of fun, relax at our seasonal restaurant offering delicious meals with a lakeside view. Sequoia Marina on Norris Lake. Your adventure starts here.
All right, Mav fans, I know we've said this before, but the Mavs are lining up to kick off once again to South Doyle. And the kick is up. It's a line drive kick, which is
they let it bounce around. That's a live ball
tonight. And he's
good coverage, and the ball's out.
Ball's out.
Ball's out.
Ball was down.
They're saying he's down.
Yeah, they're saying he was down, though, so it will remain South Doyle's ball.
Logan wanted that ball.
Yeah, Logan Crumpley came out of the pile with it, but the ref on the near side said he was down. So just shy of the 25, we'll call it the 24 7/8 yard line. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you have to put up with our cutting up in here tonight because it is 41-0 Anderson County with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the second quarter. And it's Halloween.
Handoff. Strickland on the tackle.
Looks like he may have got up to about the 23.
And Gabe St. John.
The 27-yard line. They'll bring up second down and 8 from the 27-yard line, 28-yard line. And if you're out there, ladies and gentlemen, you're not familiar with TSSAA football, we will have a running clock in the second half. So if you're wanting anything to eat or drink, do it in halftime because you won't have time in the second half. It's going to go by quick.
It does go by fast. Oh, what a hit. Trent Strickland.
Trent is laying the hammer.
That may be at one time we call his name when he makes a tackle by himself with no help.
Some updates on scores of interest for football scores out there tonight. Farragut is up 21-0 over Maryville at halftime. And let's see. Where's the other scores? Carter is up 21-0 over Seymour at halftime.
Fair catch by Gabe St. John on about the 42 and a half.
All right, so it's going to leave 1 minute and 8 seconds left to go in the second quarter. That's time enough for Anderson County to score another touchdown and go ahead and get it close to 50.
One play.
One play? I'm going to say 2 plays. How many plays y'all in for this time, guys?
Hey,
They said 2, 3. So we're somewhere between 1 and
I got 1.
12.
I kind of like Izzy up top or Wolfie down on the bottom.
I tell you, my math ain't mathing. I tell you what, we are the Wolfman has been open quite often.
Hands off around the end, jet sweep. He's got some blockers. What a run.
Eli Slover.
Great run. Well, there goes my bet. My play's out.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Anderson County at the 39-yard line with 58 and a half seconds left to go in the second quarter. Even the time clock is getting into the partial measurements.
I don't know why we stopped play.
Now he's running the clock.
Eli Slover on the carry again.
As you're already starting to see, Anderson County making some substitutions and getting some guys some playing time.
Official timeout for injury.
Second down and 8, 9.
Sure.
He's going for the end zone. It's 28-6.
There he goes. Around the end. Slover. But we do have laundry on the field.
Yeah, that one's coming back, unfortunately.
He was holding. It's a good call.
Who is that? Number 6?
Number 4 was holding.
Oh, Israel.
Israel Small.
He made a good block. He just needed to release. Let go.
Anderson County
18.1 seconds left to go in the.
Looks like we made us take a knee right here.
It does. And that's going to take us into halftime with Anderson County a commanding 41-0 lead over South Doyle. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with you after these messages and after halftime. Welcome back, football fans, as we get ready for the second half between Anderson County and South Doyle High School. In the first half, Jason, we had a lot of great things happen. You had Waylon LaRue with 6 rushes for 157 yards, right at his average. I believe he was averaging 156 yards per game going into that. And Anderson County had a total of 413 yards on 20 plays in the first half. Not too much we can break down and critique the offense for. What are some memorable things that you saw happen in that first half?
Just first of all, the O-line giving Landon, plenty of time to throw the ball, to find what receiver he wants to throw to. He takes his pick on who's open. I mean, you've got Wolfman being open most of the time. You've got Israel Small being open. Just the majority of all the receivers are going to be open at some point. He's just got that time frame to sit back and not be rushed and throw a great ball.
Absolutely. And overall, I mean, the passes that were incomplete, I mean, he was 9 for 12 for 237 yards in the first half, and I know that 2 of them were overthrown.
Right.
And so, you're looking at those were probably touchdowns if they had been completed.
Definitely.
But 9 for 12, you're looking at a 75% clip right there for a quarterback. Obviously, both him and LaRue made strong cases tonight for their Mr. Football in Tennessee.
They did.
You can't argue with any of it. I mean, probably they could probably take their shoulder pads off, put their helmet back in the trailer, and get ready, because they're probably not going to see the field again tonight unless something miraculous happens.
Yeah, we're probably going to see a lot of the JV come out, unless things just turn for the worse, but I don't see that happening.
Well, one thing you don't, I mean, you got a 41-0 game. We're about a minute away from getting back to action here in the second half. We will have a running clock, but you're at a 41-0 game. The last thing you want to see is your starters, the guys that are going to potentially take you to state, that you're going to depend on. You're going to hop on their backs up. You don't want to see any freak injuries happen. You don't want to see any. Obviously, Mr. Smalls is not going to go in the game. He's already nursing injuries. Those guys that are nursing injuries are not going to be in the game.
Right.
But we do see some of the starters in here on the kickoff team and everything.
Looks like Gabe St. John back deep.
Taylor Davis is out there. Looks like Cody Miller's out there. I can't see who's on the other side of the kickoff. Gabe St. John and who else?
14.
So Evan Pyatt. Looks like we're just a few seconds away from kickoff, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Anderson County football, where it has been fun and excitement. We've been having jokes in the booth and just having a good time watching the game that we love. Join us for the next 24 minutes that will go by in about 26 minutes for you.
There's the kick. St. John about to 6. He's got Davis in front of him for a blocker, and that's a good one to be have in front of you.
He just laid a shoulder block on number 20 for South Doyle that 20 will remember. So I'm looking out there here. Mr. LaRue is out on the field. Looks like a lot of Mr. Hensley's out there too with a lot of backups though.
Looks like a whole new O-line in there.
Yeah, it looks like the 2 Mr. Football candidates and some supporting cast. And, of course, the clock is running, so we're already down to almost 11 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Hand off to Lane LaRue. Cuts it upfield. He's got a blocker in front of him. He cuts back. He's tackled by his own guy.
Was he tackled by his brother? He was just tackled by his brother.
He's like, you can't outrun my touchdowns. I'm going to tackle you. Way to go, big brother.
That is definitely something we don't see every day.
I'm sure that'll be a smack on the bus. All right, we got a new quarterback, number 1, Reese Russell, and he's in the backfield with E.J. Johnson. Oh. Keeson, Courager.
And that ball could have been caught. It also could have been intercepted.
Could have been. Either way.
Yes. So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. We're 10 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Number 3, EJ.
And that one just took a little bit too much time to develop. He hung out there behind his blockers waiting for something to happen, and they just got caught up with from behind. So it's going to be 3rd down and 3 for Anderson County at about the 29-yard line of South Doyle. Very manageable 3rd down, and something that Anderson County really hasn't been into tonight is those 3rd down plays.
Hit that first down. He's a little short. It's going to be 4th down 1.
Yeah, 4th and 1, and offense still out there.
Well, you're in a dead area right here where you're looking at a 47, 46-yard field goal, something like that. Fourth down and 1. This is the first 4th down of the game for the Anderson County Mavericks.
Oh, dropped the ball.
And that is not exactly what you wanted on a 4th down play.
Low snap.
And let's give it to South Doyle, Jason. I mean, they came out there and they made a plays.
Yeah, they come up with a big stop.
They stopped Anderson County from driving. Obviously, people will say, well, it's the backups. Absolutely. But those backups are trained to take over for these guys. And so it's easy when you get down like that to just fold up and quit.
Bennett Campbell.
We got a South Doyle man down. Looks like you might have a cramp. Bennett Campbell, he had a big interception last week also.
He did.
Very excited for him.
Right there at the goal line.
That's who got Cody Miller's tooth.
Yeah.
Was on that interception.
Good pursuit by the defense.
Nice little shirt sleeve tackle right there.
Definitely. Number 70.
Well, it's going to put them about the 38.5-yard line or so, 39-ish. 3rd down and a long 3.
3 and 7/8.
Yes. We're almost halfway through the 3rd period.
Who? M-A-G-G-I. Maggie. McGuire.
Got enough for the 1st down. Be 1st and 10 for South Doyle at the 44-yard line. Tackled by Eli Johnson and looked like Logan Crumpley in on the tackle. No, I'm sorry, it was 48. Yeah, it was Logan Crumpley. Got to a point in the game where I'm having to look up the numbers now.
I know. Uh-oh. He's gone.
And there
Touchdown,
goes the shutout,
South
ladies
Doyle.
and gentlemen. That was a nice screen by South Doyle.
It
Set
was.
up well, and the running back just made it happen. The Keys are celebrating on the sidelines like they just tied the game, and it's going to overtime. Hey, it is exciting for them. I mean, and it should be. I mean, the snap, the ball's up,
It's good.
and that one just barely squeaked in.
Wow. So with
4 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the third quarter, it's a new ball game at 41-7. It's a new and rejuvenated fan base for South Doyle as they can feel the comeback brewing. South Doyle lines up for the kickoff with 4 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
St. John with the ball. He's got a wall of blockers. St. John down the sidelines. He could go. He's tackled at about the 31.
He got forced back inside, and there was just a few guys there. He ran out of real estate on the sidelines, and that was a great play. And we got a player down right around the 50.
Yeah, that was a great run by St. John. Great blocking by his return team.
While they're tending to that, why don't we break for a commercial break real quick? And we're back in. The player's coming off under his own power. He shook it off and got up.
Lane LaRue on the carry. He goes around the end, makes a guy miss.
Lane LaRue with the pickup of about 5 yards for Lane LaRue. He was looking around making sure his brother wasn't there for him that time.
Yeah.
Cody Miller in at quarterback.
I think so. Oh, I think he is.
Nice little move.
Good catch.
I can't see yet who called it.
Number 1.
Reese Russell on the reception.
Yeah.
So it's 1st and 10 for Anderson County with just under 2:30 left to go in the third quarter on the 17-yard line of South Doyle.
Got the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown to Mr. Happney.
Great pass. You know, it's good to see, to get a good return on your kickoff and then take the ball down and just drive it down and score.
Haven't seen Cody in at quarterback since I guess he came in when maybe did he? I know he came in for Walker when Walker got hurt.
Kick is no good. So we got a running clock with 1:34. Your score, Anderson County 47, South Doyle 7.
Yeah, we'll be back right after this commercial break.
Hensley Tire and Service are proud supporters of the Anderson County Mavericks. They are located at 304 East Beach Street in La Follette. Hensley's offers services that include oil changes, brake services, tire services, including cars, trucks, ATVs, tractors, and equipment. They also offer alignment services, new wheel and tire packages, as well as lift kits. You can also visit Hensley's for all your AC and computer repairs or diagnostics, as well as any engine or transmission diagnostics, repairs, or replacements. Call Hensley's for all your automotive needs today. 423-563-TIRE.
And we're back, Mav fans, our football fans, just total. We've got about 25 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Don't look like we're going to get the kickoff till the fourth quarter.
Did like the clock not run or something before? And that one goes in and through the end zone for a touchback. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will be the end of the world's fastest third quarter.
Anthony is using Community Trust Bank's mobile banking with Zelle to pay for today's lawn service, his share of the big lunch meeting, and the graduation gift he was supposed to send to his niece yesterday. And that means Anthony is on time for the big game, where the future Hall of Famer hits his first home run.
Zelle at Community Trust Bank. Fast, easy, and secure. Community Trust Bank. Building communities built on trust.
All right, football fans, we're back for the beginning of the fourth quarter, which may be the world's fastest fourth quarter in TSSAA history. Yeah, that was I stumbled all over that. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for South Doyle at their own 20-yard line. It was like 46 had the original hit. I couldn't see who all took him down. Mason McMillan. Be second down and 6 from the 20, about the 24-yard line.
Good tackle by number 3, E.J. Johnson, and number 13,
Mr.
Bennett Campbell.
I really thought with South Doyle mounting an offense there and really making a dent in the Anderson County lead, they would get into more of a hurry-up offense.
Yeah.
Looked like he got about a yard on the play. Bring up second down and 9.
Number 9, Jace Horton, in on the tackle with a group of Mavericks, and number 77, Noah Ridner. Throwing the long ball. Tipped, almost caught. Broke up by number 3, Elijah Johnson.
He got up that ball. I was worried about him tipping it to the man.
Tipping it to the guy, yeah.
In some score updates, Maryville has come back and tied the game up in the fourth quarter at 21-all. Gibbs is up 28-6 at halftime on Fulton. I'm sure that's past halftime. We just don't have an update. It's going to be 3rd and 9 for South Doyle at their own 32-yard line. He drops back.
Here comes the blitz.
Picked off. Mr.
Number
Hackney.
11.
He's rumbling and stumbling inside the 25-yard line down to about the 24-yard line.
Looks like we got a couple of South Doyle players laid out on the ground also.
Got it on South Doyle 49. Got down to the
23.
Standing on the 23, yes, sir.
So Reese Russell will be back in at quarterback for this set of downs.
High snap. Number 1 caught it.
And got about a yard, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. That's Young.
Young. 56. 77. What's his number? 6, 7. We'll do a little bit better snaps. That's a big one. Get upfield. Gotta get upfield.
he's trying to get to that corner and just can't.
He just can't get to
that
the corner.
And get turned upfield.
EJ's just going to have to turn it upfield.
Hey, with EJ brings a little bit of that thunder.
Yeah.
And just I'd like to see him go in between the tackles with some power.
Right.
I'm sorry. Why don't you sleep on me?
Oh, he dropped it. Incomplete pass.
Ball was intended for Jack Davis.
Looked like he had a little bit of daylight and wanted to run before he caught the ball and took it with him.
Oh yeah, he had first down in his eyes.
He did. Looks like Wimby going for a field goal here.
Not a bad idea.
It's going to be about a 43-yard field goal.
27, 37.
We're going to have to hurry.
No.
Short.
Short and to the right.
He had to hurry that one a little bit too much.
Yeah, the play clock was running out on us.
He's got the pistol, though. He just didn't hit it.
All right, so it's going to be South Doyle taking over just inside their own 20-yard line. Be 1st and 10 with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the game.
Hand off to number 20.
Mr. Mason McMillan got into the backfield and made a nice little shoestring tackle.
He's on the 19. Where they place him?
Loss of right at a yard there. It'll be bringing up 2nd down and 11 from the 19-yard line, right at 5 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. I know as the time ticks away, it gives the Mav fans that warm and cozy feeling that the Mavs are going to be able to hold on in tonight's game.
It does. Nice catch.
Went up and got that ball right about the 35-yard line. High pass that he went and got, just out-jumped everybody.
Wildcats 133.
Got just enough to get let's see, we got what, back to the line of scrimmage, maybe about 2 feet.
Yeah, maybe 1 yard.
So we're going to call it 2nd down and 9.
Hand off to number 20.
He cuts it upfield. He's got some daylight. Oh, he's broke a tackle. He's down the sidelines. Our young guys on defense just got to get a little more aggressive and hold on.
Well, absolutely. I mean, they're just not wrapping them up. That run could have been a loss of a yard.
Yeah.
Could have been a 6-yard play. Could have been a 10-yard play, but it ended up going 65 yards.
He did.
I think that play was more offense than South Doyle had in the first half.
It's blocked.
Got it.
It's kicked up. Third.
Joseph Hall, who on the previous play made a wallop on the lead blocker for the
He did.
Against South Doyle, but he just couldn't get him far enough over to get the tackle.
To trip up the tackler.
And that's what Anderson County's been looking for all game. You can see them trying. They're getting close to those punts. They're getting close to those extra points. They just haven't been able to get one. And they finally got one. That special teams that has shined so good all season long just was able to make the stop right there and keep the score 47-13, Anderson County.
Yeah. While we got a second, I'd like to thank our sponsors that sponsored Maverick Media, because without you guys, we couldn't keep this going. Ultimate Tool and Die, Hensley's Tire Service, Community Trust Bank, Exterior Home Solutions, Automedic, Buddy's Barbecue, H&H Contractors, Norris Lake Movers, Diesel Works, and Timber Creek. And then our Lowe's Toes First Down, Touchdown, White Suns Drywall. And halftime is the Sequoia Marina, because we do have people that listen all the way from the Cayman Islands like Randy Turner.
Washington, Texas, Ohio, Georgia, Alabama, the Cayman Islands, Brazil.
And if you're interested in helping donate for the rest of the season, you can contact any one of us.
Well, and I know Daniel had talked about posting up our Maverick Media Production shirts. We had some people want to purchase those, and those are going to be available soon for people to help sponsor our team.
Number 3, Elijah Johnson on the kick return.
Looks like it got up to about the 36, 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Anderson County with 2 minutes and 45 seconds and counting left to go in the game. So you look forward to week 1 in the playoffs, and usually week 1 is the top teams play a lower team. It's usually a team with a losing record that comes into that game, and it's really a tune-up for most part for your second round game when it starts to play big boy football.
Yep.
With 2 minutes and 6 seconds left to go in the game, Coach Davey Gillum calls a timeout so he could get his players on the field. And you get those backup players, they don't know where they're supposed to be. But while we got a timeout real quick, why don't we take a commercial break and hear from these sponsors.
We would like to take a moment to thank all of our amazing sponsors. Maverick Media would not be able to bring you this live stream without their help. Community Trust Bank, the official bank of Maverick Media. Ultimate Tool and Die, Anderson County's #1 machine shop and #1 supporter. H&H Contractors, visit them for all of your construction needs. Buddy's Barbecue, an original East Tennessee business with 19 locations to serve you. Lowe's Toes.
Two minutes and 6 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Pass complete to
Lane LaRue, number 12.
LaRue, and he fought for some extra yardage there.
Close to a first down.
It was really not fair. That was 6 on 1. He had to go down at some point in time.
Clock running at a minute 43.
Second down and 1. He had a catch for 4 yards, and he carried 6 players for another 5.
He did. Nice.
Jack
Number
Davis.
34. Nice catch on the sidelines to go out of bounds.
Right around 1 minute left to go in the game.
Got a loss.
Christian Brown on the carry.
And that may do it for us.
About 30 seconds left to go in the game, and we don't even have to snap the ball again. So that'll bring us to the end of the game. Looks like the linemen want to go again.
They're ready.
So we got 15 seconds left to go in the game. It looks like Anderson County is going to wrap this one up at a 47-13 score and bring the regular season to a close. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to just thank you for being here with me, with Jason, with Daniel, and with Rachel tonight. It has been our pleasure to bring you another game of Anderson County Mavericks football. We thank all of our sponsors. Please go out and visit them. Tell them you heard about them on Maverick Media Productions. Ladies and gentlemen, ring those cowbells. We'll see you next week in the playoffs. Good night.